In talking to them about nutrition, kind of taking a step back and giving yourself an open forum. So hey, let's have a roundtable discussion about nutrition. What kinds of things are you? You're saying this to your athletes. What kinds of things are you interested in? What kinds of things are you hearing? Let's talk about these things, whether they're fact or whether they're fad. And there'll always be the one or two people on the team that kind of know everything about nutrition, and those are the ones I kind of worry about. It's like, how do you know all this? Like, where do you get this info? So you can always direct them back to the WIN form. It's a great place to go to know that you're getting science-based nutrition that is written by registered dietitians, so the information is going to be accurate. I always discourage fad dieting. I think it's really important to discourage any kind of fad dieting, and the way that we say that is, hey, let's focus on performance-based nutrition here. Doesn't matter what sport you're in, eating frequently throughout the day is going to help encourage sports performance. And that doesn't mean eating a ton of food all day long. It means having a strategic game plan that allows you to eat breakfast, lunch, snack before practice, having practice, and then making sure that you're doing dinner and potentially eating a snack before bed. So reminding them that eating frequently is what's going to keep them from getting overly hungry, because what happens when we get overly hungry? We've all been there. It's like you might as well just pull your chair up to the refrigerator, right, and eat whatever kind of sounds good, right, because you're so hungry. And when your brain has low blood glucose, like maybe some of you have right now, I don't know where you're at for the day. But anyway, what happens is when we get that low blood glucose, everything sounds good. And our athletes go through the same thing, right? So they end your practice, and they're probably getting hungry halfway through. So at the end of practice, they're like this. Anybody seen that going on? Hard to stay focused. And they leave your practice, they're starving. They go home, maybe dinner's not quite ready, so they eat whatever they can get their hands on. So that's where, as a coach, you can always recommend, hey, let's make sure everybody has a snack immediately after practice, even before you leave the field or before you leave the court or whatever sport you're playing, so that they can start to replenish glycogen and protein, carbohydrates and protein right away. That's when our enzymes are most active and really want that energy right away. And then they won't be as hungry when they get home or starving when they get home, so that they won't eat everything. Make sense? So kind of a little weight management tip to help. So it's eat a snack immediately after practice and then go home and have dinner, but don't have dinner. You know what I mean? There's some more do's in thinking about when we're talking about nutrition. I think it's really important to acknowledge the balance between eating and hydration and also rest. I think that's another one, that if athletes aren't getting enough rest, sometimes they tend to eat because they're tired. Anybody ever done that when you really need to take a nap, but instead you're having a candy bar? So something to think about. Another reminder is kind of keeping that balance between eating and rest and hydration.